This video is designed to help you start a courier service business. At the end of the video, you'll find a valuable gift. It's a cattle farming business plan that you can download, and will lay down for you, step by step, everything you need to know to start a successful courier service business of your own. If you are new to this channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button for more videos like this. Like any new business, starting a courier service business is a significant endeavor, and it'd be difficult, if not impossible, to capture all the nuances of the process. But there are several different aspects to starting your new courier business that should be at the forefront of your mind. Specifically, are you an independent contractor, or are you managing a team of couriers? If you're an independent contractor, are you planning on hiring extra help during the busier holiday seasons? If you're managing a team of drivers and need company vehicles, and have other startup costs, you might consider applying for a small business loan to help. What's your niche going to be? Why would someone want to use your services? Another way of wording this is, what makes you a unique option in the market? How are you going to train your drivers? Even if you're just a contractor of one, it's good to outline a delivery process that you can optimize, so you're constantly improving your delivery time and cutting down on costs and inefficiencies. Finally, a larger question looms over those three questions. How are you supposed to find clients for your new courier business? Growing your client list is essential to capturing recurring business, creating a sustainable business model, and making a living as a courier. If you have a particular niche, then where you find potential customers will be dictated by your industry. For example, one of our person runs a bicycle courier company delivering prescription medication in a major metropolitan city. This means growing their client list involved reaching out to their target market, local pharmacies who wanted to offer delivery services to their customers. But if you're looking for a more general courier business, where you'll deliver various types of packages, then simply think of a product or service that people get delivered. A good approach is contacting local businesses that already offer delivery services, to see if you could offer them a better, or more affordable, solution. This might include restaurants, breweries, grocery stores, pharmacies, florists. The good news is that the nature of your business, making deliveries from one business to another, or to a customer's home, means you will have a limited area to scout, unless the niche you decide on is becoming a courier who goes on long hauls. Are you just a solo independent contractor growing your own courier business, or do you plan on managing one or more drivers? What changes is the volume of your deliveries, the amount of money you need to charge per delivery, to pay your salary and your driver salaries, and how much paperwork is required. If you're hiring out independent contractors, then you need to make sure they're paid in a way that benefits your business during tax season. In the US, this is often as simple as having them register as an independent contractor, and having your accountant send them a 1099 tax form at the end of the year, but there are always new laws in place on what an independent contractor can or cannot do. Figuring out your niche. Your courier business may have more success if you work at fulfilling one industry's needs. This can help narrow down your business ideas, help you tailor your delivery processes to your client, and make it easier to find new couriers if you one day need to expand operations. For example, if you want to find work for yourself as a courier, you can start looking at major retailers who may need extra help during their busier days. Or if you want to deliver medical supplies, then you'll need to have, or get, some level of experience in handling and setting up medical equipment. Hiring and training your couriers. A quick note, while we're talking about hiring and training drivers, this section will also be helpful for individual couriers who want to run their own one-driver business. We're looking at the best practices as outlined by a seasoned professional delivery driver. By understanding your niche, and planning what kind of delivery service you are, you should be able to write a job ad that brings you an ideal candidates. But here are some general questions to make sure you answer in the job ad. Does the candidate need to have their own reliable vehicle, or will you provide one? Does the candidate need any special driver's license? Does the candidate need any non-route driving experience to do the job? Such as experience setting up medical supply equipment. What are the hours? Does the candidate have to work nights, weekends, and holidays? What is the average dollar per hour the candidate expects to make? If you're just starting out, you may not have concrete answers for each question, but by giving as much detail as possible, your job ad is more likely to bring in the right candidates. Once you hire your drivers, or once you start your own route, it's time to make sure they become the best driver possible. Drivers need to treat their route like it's their own small business. This means doing the basics right. Things like dressing appropriately, keeping their vehicle clean, treating the customer's package like it was their own package. The next part of the video is not specific to a courier service business. Nevertheless, this knowledge is essential for success in the courier service business, as well as in any other business. Ignore it at your own peril. Operating a successful courier service business will depend on the following 4 conventions. 1. A practical plan, with a solid foundation. 2. Dedication, and willingness to sacrifice, to reach your goal. 3. Technical skills. 4. Basic knowledge of management, finance, record keeping and market analysis. As a new owner, you will need to master these skills and techniques if your business is to be successful. Finding a niche. Small businesses range in size from a manufacturer, with many employees, and millions of dollars in equipment, to the lone window washer, with a bucket and a sponge. Obviously, the knowledge and skills, required for these two extremes, are far apart, but for success they have one thing in common. Each has found a business niche, and is filling it. The most critical problems you will face, in your early planning, will be to find your niche, and determine the feasibility of your idea. Get into the right business at the right time, is very good advice, but following that advice, may be difficult. Many entrepreneurs plunge into a business venture, so blinded by the dream, that they fail to thoroughly evaluate its potential. Is your business idea feasible? Before you invest time, effort, and money, the following exercise will help you separate sound ideas from those bearing a high potential for failure. Identify and briefly describe the business you plan to start. Identify the product or service you plan to sell. Answering yes to any of the following 3 questions means you are on the right track. A negative answer to all of them means the road ahead could be rough. 1. Does your product or service satisfy an unfilled need? 2. Will your product or service serve an existing market in which demand exceeds supply? 3. Will your product or service be competitive, based on its quality, selection, price, or location? Market analysis. For a small business to be successful, the owner must know the market. To learn the market, you must analyze it, a process that takes time and effort. You don't have to be a trained statistician to analyze the marketplace, nor does the analysis have to be costly. Analyzing the market is a way to gather facts about potential customers, and to determine the demand for your product or service. The more information you gather, the greater your chances of capturing a segment of the market. Know the market before investing your time and money in any business venture. The following questions will help you collect the information necessary to analyze your market, and determine if your product or service will sell. This brief exercise will give you a good idea of the kind of market planning you need to do. An answer of no to any of the questions indicates a weakness in your plan, so do your research until you can answer each question with a yes. 1. Do you know who your customers will be? 2. Do you understand their needs and desires? 3. Do you know where they live? 4. Will you be offering the kind of products or services that they will buy? 5. Will your prices be competitive in quality and value? 6. Will your promotional program be effective? 7. Do you understand how your business compares with your competitors? 8. Will your business be conveniently located for the people you plan to serve? 9. Will there be adequate parking facilities for the people you plan to serve? Planning your startup. The following questions are grouped according to function. They are designed to help you prepare for opening day. Merchandise. Have you decided what items you will sell or produce, or what services you will provide? Have you made a merchandise plan, based upon estimated sales, to determine the amount of inventory you will need to control purchases? Have you found reliable suppliers, who will assist you in the startup? Have you compared the prices, quality, and credit terms of suppliers? Business records. Are you prepared to maintain complete records of sales, income and expenses, accounts payable, and receivables? Have you determined how to handle payroll records, tax reports, and payments? Do you know what financial reports should be prepared, and how to prepare them? Finances. A large number of small businesses fail each year. There are a number of reasons for these failures, but one of the main reasons is insufficient funds. Too many entrepreneurs try to start and operate a business without sufficient capital, money. To avoid this dilemma, you can review your situation by analyzing the following 3 questions. 1. How much money do you have? 2. How much money will you need to start your business? 3. How much money will you need to stay in business? In order to answer the second question, How much money will you need to start your business? You need to prepare an estimate of all your startup costs. Here is a list of items you may need to take into account. Note that this list is for a retail business. Items will vary for service, construction, manufacturing or online firms. Decorating and remodeling, fixtures and equipment, installing fixtures and equipment, services and supplies, beginning inventory cost, legal, professional fees, licenses and permits, telephone utility deposits, insurance, signs, advertising for opening, unanticipated expenses. Now, the answer to the third question, how much money will you need to stay in business? Must be divided into two parts, immediate costs, and future costs. From the moment the door to your new business opens, a certain amount of income may come in. However, this income should not be projected in your operating expenses. You will need enough money available to cover costs for at least the first 3 months of operation. The following list will help you project your operating expenses on a monthly basis. Typical expenses for 1 month may include your living costs, employee wages, rent, advertising, supplies, utilities, insurance, taxes, maintenance, delivery, transportation, miscellaneous. Now sum up the total estimated monthly expenses and multiply it by 3. This is the amount of cash you will need to cover operating expenses for 3 months. Deposit this amount in a savings account before opening your business. Use it only for those purposes listed in the above list, because this money will ensure that you will be able to continue in business during the crucial early stages. By adding the total startup costs to the total expenses for 3 months, you can learn what the estimated costs will be to start and operate your business for 3 months. By subtracting the totals of the lists from the cash available, you can determine the amount of additional financing you may need, if any. Now you will need to estimate your operating expenses for the first year after startup. The first step in determining your annual expenses is to estimate your sales volume, month by month. Next, determine the cost of sales. You may want to use a spreadsheet to do this. After startup, the primary source of revenue in your business will be from sales, but your sales will vary from month to month because of seasonal patterns and other factors. It is important to determine if your monthly sales will produce enough income to pay each month's bills. An estimated cash flow projection will show if the monthly cash balance is going to be subject to such factors as the following: failure to recognize seasonal trends, excessive cash taken from the business for living expenses, too rapid expansion, and slow collection of accounts if credit is extended to customers. Conclusion: if you have carefully answered all the questions in this video, you have seriously thought about your goal. However, there may be some things you may feel you need to know more about. Owning and running a courier service business is a continuous learning process. Research your idea, and do as much as you can, yourself, but don't hesitate to seek help from people who can tell you what you need to know. As we conclude this video, it's time you get your free courier service business plan gift. Go to the description below this video to get it now. It is completely free, no strings attached. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and hit the subscribe button for more videos like this.